All right, this game's been out for a while, so this will be a quick review since it's just translating over to the mobile version. So Prince of Persia The Lost Crown is coming out on mobile as of, well, today. When you're seeing this, it is out on both iOS and Android. It is running at 60 frames on modern devices. So I played it on a Galaxy S22, a few years old, but it still ran really well. I imagine it's only going to run better on like the newer iPhones and the, S25 Ultra, whatever you got. If it's new-ish, you can probably run it. Now, this is the full game, like the full console PC release. This isn't like Hogwarts Legacy on Switch, where it's, oh, cool, Hogwarts Legacy, but they cut out almost all the open world because the Switch couldn't run that. None of that. This is the complete release. Speaking of release, for the first 3 weeks of the game being out, it's discounted to $9.99. After that, it's going to be $14.99. So I'm just saying, $14.99 for the full game, like a full console and PC release, that's pretty good. And of course, thank you Ubisoft for giving me access to this content. No, I wasn't paid to make this. Yes, I was given the copy for free. And yes, I also did play the game when it first came out. As with most mobile releases, they will be releasing ongoing patches, ongoing updates, events. I mean, if you've played a mobile game, you get it. There's seasonal events. There's, hey, we hit this milestone. Here's this event. Here's these skins. There are some microtransactions. Again, it's a mobile game, but you don't need them. The microtransactions are just like, hey, you want these skins? You want these character skins? It's not a, hey, you want to boost your level? None of that. Just, you want some extra skins? Cool. If not, awesome. Play the entire game. There's no ads or anything like that because you're buying the game. So, of course, there's no ads. You are able to play with a controller. It's full controller support, which I do recommend. I played with a little mount on my PS5 controller and hooked in with a USB-C cable. That worked the best for me, but I also played with the touch controls, and you do have the ability to kind of intermingle those. So you can customize the controls, like, oh, maybe I want a little bit of this. I want it a little bit more transparent so I can't see it. Maybe the placement or how big the buttons are. Now, some features that will be unique to the mobile release will be like an auto parry, an auto potion, a slow down time. Now, you hear that, and some players might be, oh, what's the point of that? It's babifying the game. You might think that until you play on the touchscreen. The touchscreen gets a little... Yep. The touchscreen controls take a little while to get used to. I mean, if you've played this game before, you know the timing on jumps and dashes, dodges, shots, attacks. You have to be precise. So doing that on a touchscreen can be a little tricky. So these accessibility settings, like, oh, you can slow down the gameplay, give you more reaction time. You can auto parry. You can auto potion. I mean, during some of these fights, it's pretty intense. So you might not be thinking about it. Touch controls are tricky. So it just gives people the option. Now, if you're playing on a controller, oh, it's back. It's like riding a bike. You're going to hop in. Oh, this is great. And it looks fantastic. You can obviously tell it's lower resolution. You can obviously tell, okay, it's running on a mobile game. But like playing a Steam Deck, a Nintendo Switch, something like that, when you're on a smaller screen, you don't really notice that much. Especially given the type of game this is. You're not playing Division 2. You're not running something that's supposed to look, hyper realistic. This game, it has that stylized art style, so it's going to look great regardless. There are some other accessibility or like optional features you can turn on with a shield that blocks one hit. So basically you're invincible for one hit. There's also the ability to not slide down the walls. So your character will just, Sargon will grab the wall and he won't slide down. So that'll give you options to like, oh, let me look at my environment. Maybe I got to take some time. Again, just things to make it a little easier, assuming you're not playing on a controller, because most people aren't carrying around an Xbox or a PS5 controller in their bag. Like, you can't exactly fit it in your pocket. So here's some things that make the touch controls a little easier. There's also an auto hit if you get close to enemies, as well as giving you an extra air dash to kind of make things easier. Oh, let me make this jump in case you hit it too soon. Maybe you didn't realize what you were doing. I don't see this as an issue. I am all for giving options to make things more accessible for everyone. Maybe you're struggling, especially on a mobile device. It's hard. So sure, make it a little easier. Go for it. Have fun, And these settings can be changed at any point. So there is no, oh, you set it, now you have to beat the game or start over. You can change this at any point, which is great. You bought the game. You should be able to change the settings whenever you want. That just makes sense. Now, this is definitely going to be device specific, of course, but while playing the game, it does drain your battery a pretty good amount. I'd say on my battery, maybe 3-4 hours-ish, depending on if you've got power saver mode on. I turned it off because I wanted to get that full frame amount. Like, I wanted it uncapped. Turn on power saver, you can probably pull a little bit out of it. I know as the phones come out, as the new models come out, they usually have a bigger battery depending on what size of phone you get. So, of course, it's going to vary. I mean, if you've mobile gamed at all or just have a portable, a Switch, a Steam Deck, anything like that, depending on the game you play, it's going to be more demanding. This is a pretty demanding game compared to your Angry Birds or whatever. So it's going to drain your battery. That's something to keep in mind. I did encounter one small glitch. It's not really a glitch. At the beginning of the game, after the intro, then when it starts into the real meat of the game and you're chasing someone, I beat a little mini boss and his health bar stayed on the screen even after I beat him and moved on to the next part of the story. So I figured that was going to stay with me, like, oh, great. This is a bug I have to report. Closed out the game. The next time I opened it, it was gone. So you might encounter stuff like that. Overall, I mean, I loved this game when it came out. This was one of my games of the year. It is phenomenal. Like, all the powers you get. I'm not a huge, Metroidvania person until I played this. They're so good. The game was already amazing. And I love the fact that technology is at a place to where now we can play these on the go on our phones. Come on. Gaming's great. So let me know if you're getting Prince of Persia for mobile. Like I said, it runs great. It's always been fun. So it's just more fun on the go. Let me know. Go subscribe if you haven't. Go like and comment. Or dislike. Is there a dislike button? There might be. I don't know. If you're not jazzed, tell me why. Maybe you don't like Metroidvanias, or maybe you want, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake, which I'm sure they're going to make, hopefully. But let me know what you think of The Lost Crown, because it is fantastic.